Today I'm going over this trading tier list I made, value tier list. Basically I've seen that there's no really like value list out there yet. There doesn't necessarily need to be one, but I just see so much stuff just gets mixed up with value and people are overpricing, underpricing. But this will like help, I think, because like I've studied the Discord and I played the game. I'm pretty sure I have almost 100 hours in the game, if not more. Spread out through 3 slots. So I know how rare a lot of stuff is. So let's go through S tier first. This could be the extremely rare and highest demand items. I'm gonna link the document in the description so that everyone can look at it. This video is more of like a guide to help explain why I put everything where. So at number 1, well, first actually let me explain this. So I used Hogoku shards as the currency, since they're like basically the currency in the game right now, since they're legendary. 7 of them are about 7 rerolls, and then that's kind of like what a lot of people trade for. Like they'll trade 3 Hogokus for something, blah blah blah, or they'll be trading 18 Hogokus or something. So like I see it as the currency. Not everything could go for Hogoku shards, obviously, as this description says. It's just like the value, so you can know what everything's worth. So you'll know like VV headphones are worth about 30 plus Hogoku shards. It depends because it's not attainable. So honestly, it's probably just gonna go up and up and up. But and then something like Kaido 90, 18 to 20 about, you could trade it for like the Founders Game Pass realistically, depending on what you want to do. It also just depends on the demand, which is gonna go down or up. But now that I got that explained, I'm gonna explain everything and why I put everything where. VV headphones I put at the top of S tier. I've seen this going for more than 30 shards plus, like 30 shards plus more. So yeah, it's unattainable. That's why I'm pretty sure it's pretty good stats. But just it being unattainable makes its value go up. Kaido 90, really rare. You can only get it from raids, I'm pretty sure, which is already kind of annoying because raids chests are really rare. Goes about 18 to 20 shards, if not more. That's just about the average that it goes for. You can probably get a little more just because of the demand. It's also really good for PvP. Like that, it does like you can get to do like almost 300 damage, which is a lot. Grand King Sero, which I'm pretty sure is the same thing as Grand Ray Sero, at least because I use the Trello as my info. But you could probably you can maybe get a Kaido 90 for it, like maybe if you're really lucky. But it's usually like you're gonna have to add to get this with Grand Ray Sero because it's a little less value than Kaido 90. It's really good though. Now Founders Pack, it's 2,000 Robux, a little more than that, which you would think it'd be worth a lot, but I've only really seen this be going for around 14 to 18 shards about. And that's just because that's 14 rerolls. The Founder Pack comes with like 5 or 10 total, I think, that you can get with shards. It's more like it's risky to trade because when you trade game passes or Robux items, you have a chance to get scammed. So, because of how the devs have the system set up right now, which is kind of stupid, but hopefully they'll add a way to trade the game passes. Precision Slicer. It's really good, really rare. From what I've found in the Discord, every like trade I've seen for it is like 13 to 16 shards, if not more. You can get here Kaido 90 with add. You can get it if you add with it. You can get Kaido 90. It's really good, high value. Now moving on to A tier. There's not much here because it's kind of like just a very high tier, you know, like right above B and C where everything's really going to be at. I put Chaos Halo. It's not the hardest to get, but right now its demand is really high because it's like the best head accessory for keto, and a lot of people have gone keto, I'm pretty sure. So that's why it's so high. I literally saw someone trading more than 12 shards for it, so there's that. Flawless Swordsman's pretty annoying to get because I'm pretty sure it's from the Wandering Swordsman boss in Heiko Mondo, which is really hard to fight because his mode will just one-tap you. I saw a trade for about, I think, 12 shards. Someone was trading 12. And then I've seen one for about 10. So I'm doing 8 as an estimate about. Demand's very high because it's so hard to get. And it's really good. Build reset. 8 to 10 shards about. Because the making it is kind of tedious. And it just got released as a recipe. So the demand's pretty high. And if you buy it off Roblox, it's also pretty expensive. And that's all for A tier. Going on to B tier, we have Splitting Standstill. It's going to be about 8 shards. Demand's going to be average. Nearly the same as Slicing Dropkick. So these two are about like interchangeable. They're both pretty rare to get. Well, Splitting Standstill, I'm pretty sure is one you can get from more medals, but that's also a lot of medals. So, pretty rare to get. Or not, this isn't really rare. This is, Dropkick is. Both pretty good. They're about the, I've seen them trading for each other in the trading. So, they're about the same. And then, we got Ashen's Pendant. Pretty sure you can only get it from raids, which is what makes it so rare, because it's so legendary. So, it's really annoying to get, but it's a really good accessory. So, it's really high value. So a lot of people are trading it. Savior's Cape. You can only get a Heikamondo, so it's pretty rare. About 7 to 8 shards. Conqueror's Trophy, really annoying to get because of the bears. So just a really low drop, but it's really good. Pretty decent demand. It's just really rare to get. The Hogoku. 7 Ryu. I put it at 7 shards because literally it takes 7 shards to get. So it's trying to be worth more. Never should be worth more, obviously. It's worth 7 low rerolls. It's 7 shards, kind of like self-explanatory. Wayfarer Satchel. You can only get 1 per slot, and it's a Robux only item, and it's the best utility. So that's why it's so high, and the demand's pretty high. Radiant Edge is a skill essence. Its demand's really not that high, I've noticed. It's not the best skill, which is why its demand's not that high. Raging Grasp, about the same as Radiant's Edge. It just depends on who's looking for it, who's not, you know. Not that rare. Literally almost like interchangeable. It's just I've seen more people wanting Radiant's Edges. Enduring Heal, a little lower than these two. You can add a little and you'll be able to get Radiant's Edge. That's about it. Now for C, where the majority of stuff is. Haze a Death Charm. Pretty rare to get. And it's pretty good. It's just not that high. It's like decent demand. So that's why it's so high. And then King's Crown. I'm kind of biased this because I farmed King Croc for 3 hours and got only 1 crown. I ended up getting 6 shards before I got 1 crown. So that's why that's so high. Well, not completely. It's also like one of the best head accessories. So that's why and a lot of people want it. So that's about the value it goes for. Heavenly Restriction. I've seen so many people trading this for like 3 shards, if not less. But it's super good. And it's pretty rare. So that's why it's so high. Aura of Terror Charm. It's gonna go about 3 shards. Pretty low demand. It's rare, but not many people are looking for it. War Torn Bandana, pretty easy to get. It's kind of high demand, not that really. Some people are looking for it. You'll maybe find a trade every now and then, but not something you really want to stock up on. Adrenaline Junkie and Quick Grit, about 2 to 3 shards. They're about the same, almost the same. They're about the same value. Rare. But they're not that. The demand's not the highest. Curtain Call Charm / Raid Boss Charm. About the same value. Once again, if they're like this, that means they have the same value. Kind of rare to get, but they're both really good. Devil's Royal Gauntlets. They're the best gauntlets right now, I'm pretty sure, in the game, which makes them so high. And they're pretty rare to get. You're in my range. It's really easy. It's not easy to get, and it's not the best ability, so the demand is not the highest. Monkey's head is just super easy to get. It's really good. It's just super easy to get because the monkey's just super easy to kill. Ascension fragments will go for about 1 shard to 2. I've seen. It depends on who's like trading. So that's why it goes right here. It's almost an even rate to shards. You can maybe get 2 shards per ascension fragment depending on who you're trading with. Blazing Spirit Charm / Kill Confirmed / Warrior Spirit. All 3 of these are literally the same value, I've noticed. Not high. Pretty easy to get to. Ruler's Glaze / Ultimate Sacrifice. These are 2 different charms. About 1 to 3 shards. Demand's pretty low. They're not the best, that's why. So for modifier stones, it really just depends which stone you have and who's looking for what. Because Celestial or whatever it is, the pink one, that one could be good for some builds, but then the one that gives Hakata damage could be good for other builds. So it just depends what you have and who's looking for what. Struggler Spirit, pretty decent, just not the highest demand. Last Man Standing, about the same, pretty easy to get. These 2 are pretty easy to get, just not high demand. Devil's Gauntlets, red, blue, and purple, literally all the same value because they're all about the same stats. They're all really easy to get. And now for the ability reroll and weapon reroll, they should be only 1 shard realistically because you get 7 shards and that gives you 7 ability rerolls or 7 weapon rerolls. So it should only take 1 shard per. Shonen Syndrome / Soul Snatcher, they're alright charms, but you can get both these really early and easy, and they're about the tier 3s you're going to be getting most of your game. Same with these ones, Incapable and Undying Soul, you'll get so many of these, you're just going to sell them. So 1 shard would be lucky, realistically. And then down to D tier, these are just like things you're not going to trade, really. The Wrath Mask is so easy to get, it shouldn't have any value, really. I didn't do any of the tier 2 charms. Don't think many of them really are worth the trading. But this is kind of like the main blunt of the items right now. I may update this as it goes on, but we'll see.